So now we're on to our very last Spider-Man review. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. After Amazing Spider-Man's success, of course, sequel was planned, and it got made. Duh. When the movie was released, however, critics were pretty divided on it, as were audiences. Some even claim that it's even worse than Spider-Man 3. Okay, what I'm about to say is might be considered controversial, but I love this movie. I loved it ever since I saw it in theaters. I still love it now. And to be honest, I really do not understand the hate this movie gets. Like, yeah, some aspects of it, I kind of understand why, but for the most part, I really don't. Now let's start off with the positives. Andrew Garfield kills it once again as Spider-Man. And Gwen Stacy in this movie is just as good as she was in the first film. This is probably the most visually stunning Spider-Man film I've ever seen. Like the action scenes, the effects. Wow. Like, yeah. And it's probably the most action-packed Spider-Man film I've ever seen, too. And the musical score. This time done by Hans Zimmer and the Magnificent Six. And while I do like the score, he unfortunately did not bring back the late, great James Horner's theme from the first movie, which I really would have loved. That's probably one of the only good things about Spider-Man 3 was that Christopher Young brought back Danny Elfman's theme. And honestly, I feel like this movie has, despite the hate it gets, it has quite a bit of heart, too. Like, there's some nice emotional scenes in here, especially one towards the end, which you probably know what I'm talking about if you've seen this movie. Now on to the negatives. The only real negative I have with this movie are the villains. Electro was cool after the whole Max Dillon thing. Like, seriously, why did they... I hope that trope where the whole nerdy guy becomes a villain, I really hope that trope stays dead and buried. It didn't. It sucked in Batman Forever. It sucked in It wasn't all that great in Iron Man 3. Just, no. Please. So yeah, anyway. I like Harry Osborn as a villain. However, I wish they would have saved him becoming Goblin for a sequel. Granted, if they did, we wouldn't have got that amazing emotional scene from the end. But at the same time, yeah, it might have been best saved for a sequel. And Rhino didn't need to be in this movie at all. So yeah. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but like I said, I really love this movie. Only issue I have with it is the villains. And to some people who say the story's kind of messy, to me it felt a lot more focused than Spider-Man 3 did. I mean, it didn't skip storyline to storyline at least as much as Spider-Man 3 did. Like, Spider-Man 3 did it like every 5 freaking minutes. So anyway, yeah. Amazing Spider-Man 2, I love it. But if you don't, whatever, it's your opinion. I can't force you to change it. Nor would I try to. And I'm going to give The Amazing Spider-Man 2 an A-. And so, that concludes our Spider-Man reviews. If you're new to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it for today, and I'll catch you guys later.